What is going on, IG? What is going on? Give it a quick second to populate, and then we will get ready to get started with today's information. Just going to give it a second here. Going to take my little CoQ10, excuse me. That's good stuff. Keep me healthy. All right, folks, what is going on, IG? Listen, it's Big Dre coming at you. I'm extremely fired up and excited to talk to you today. I see we got a couple people on. We got Mr. Robert Jack. Hello, hello. I got my boy Matthew Levy, Matt's Financial Empowerment. We got Forex Fitzgerald. Thank you all for popping on and joining us. Listen, we're going to talk. This is episode 3 of Mentorship Matters. And as you know, if you've been following along on this series, we do these randomly. We don't have a scheduled time, but we pop up. And basically what these conversations are is they are conversations that supplement the overall mentorship that we're getting. We don't want to recreate some of the stuff that we have because we have such a powerful mentorship environment with Legacy Worldwide and Randy and Wanda Webb. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, we actually have a serious mentorship call where we usually dive into books, topics, all kinds of different stuff. Right now, I actually have the book ordered. It hasn't come in yet. I picked up 4 books today on Amazon. But anyway, so we have these powerful mentorship sessions. So I didn't want to recreate that. And so what we're doing here in these short little bursts is filling in the gaps and doing some other conversations around our industry, around Forex, around improving ourselves, around striving for a better life and things of that nature. So today, is episode 3, and I'm pretty fired up about it because we're talking about why this industry, and by this industry, I specifically mean network marketing, and why this industry is so powerful, and why specifically for people who come from underrepresented communities, people who come from underdeveloped countries, people who come from emerging economies, even if that emerging economy is within a developed nation, whatever it may be, or even if you're just someone who comes from a solid, strong middle-class background, but you're looking for why this particular industry, then this is the conversation for you. So we will keep it short and we will jump straight in. And so network marketing is super, super powerful. And it's an industry that I'm extraordinarily passionate about, that I have dedicated my life to as part of my overall chief aim, which is to empower 1 million families around the world with financial literacy and a vehicle which will allow them to translate that financial literacy into change for themselves, their families, and their communities going forward. And so I'm so excited, and I don't think people actually look at our industry the way that they should, because I don't think that they're looking at it properly. You know, obviously I'm African American, but I actually come from a mixed background, but I'm African American here in this country. I spent a lot of my life working on social justice issues, stuff like that. And I know for a fact that our communities usually are clamoring for opportunity, right? We're discussing like, how come we're always the last hired and the first fired? How come there's such a economic disparity? What about the prison industrial complex? What about education in our schools, and how come that's crumbling? And you know, we have all these different things that happen on the macro, right? Where society is making it hard on different communities in our country, not just the African American community, but different countries and different segments of our society. And when someone comes to you, most of the time you have hit your knees in prayer, and you have usually said, "Hey, listen, I can't keep going. I need something. You know, I need an answer. I need help." You know, all of a sudden that financial monkey's on your back, life is stressing you out, and you hit your knees and you say, "I can't take it anymore." And lo and behold, the next day someone comes to you with a network marketing opportunity. And sure enough, you guys analyze and say, not for me, not for me. You know, they say that POUR is an acronym for passing over opportunity regularly. It's not a monetary thing. It's an outlook. It's a mindset, right? And so why this industry is so powerful, if you begin to look at it, is that if we went, right now, this summer has had a lot of social unrest. And the social unrest started with issues between the community and police, but it's bigger than that. If it was just that one issue, then it wouldn't have resulted in the sort of powder keg that happened over the course of the last summer. It's that issue combined with lack of opportunity. It's that issue combined with all of the other things that come into play here in this country, right? And so oftentimes we say, man, I would love to buy a home. And then we find ourselves victimized by lack of financial education, or maybe redlining, which is still continuing today. We say we want to start a business. And if you talk, and we've had these conversations, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. I almost said Facebook, but Instagram. How many times have you had the conversation like, how come all these people are coming from other countries and they're able to get all these business loans and stuff like that? And I have this idea and I can't get this loan, right? And you know, how many of us know someone who's been incarcerated, and when they come out, their options are so limited, right? Their options are so limited that they end up falling back into the same trap, doing something else and getting back incarcerated again. How many of us know people, and this isn't just the Black community, this is all communities, right? How many of us know people who are teenage moms, right? Teenage moms or single parents or unwed mothers and fathers, etc., and how that sort of has still a social barrier, a little less of a stigma now, but how it's still, right? And so when you look at what network marketing is, what it truly is, then I think you're inclined to say to yourself, this vehicle is powerful. This vehicle is so powerful. And it's so powerful because it's what you have been asking for. See, we never ask, we don't say, hey, listen, give us an unfair advantage in life. We say, listen, just make the playing field fair, right? We never say, hey, listen, put me 100 yards ahead in a 200-yard race. We don't ask for that. We just say, can we have a fair playing field? And I want you to think about what happens when you join a network marketing company. Why this vehicle is so powerful. I want you to really think about this. When you join a network marketing company, on the application to become an independent business owner or whatever your title of a representative is for your company, do they ask your education level? Do they say, hey, listen, you have to have a master's degree, you have to have a bachelor's degree, you have to have a PhD? Do they say that? Do they ask you whether or not what your sexual orientation is? Do they ask that? Do they say we can't include you based on sexual orientation? Do they ask you what your economic income is? Do they say, hey, listen, you only made $22,000 last year, you're at poverty level, we can't have you enter into this company? Do they require you to take out a loan? No. Do they ask if you have a prison record or a background? No, they don't ask any of those things, right? It doesn't matter if you're a single mom, a single dad. Doesn't matter if you're unwed. It doesn't matter. None of those things that have been barriers in the macro of America and society, and even in some places worldwide, are actually on the application. It is a true free enterprise opportunity, which says that you come in and you start at the same place that every single person who enters your company starts at, zero. There's no pre-qualifying things that block you from signing the application. The barrier of entry is not a traditional business. You don't have to come up with $150,000 to get started. Or I think the average business costs like $60,000 to get started. You don't have to come up with $60,000. Most of the time, it costs you under $300 to get started. The barrier to entry is removed. You don't have to design the packaging. You don't have to say, hey, listen, I want yellow with green. I'm gonna have to do market studies. I'm gonna test which one catches the eye on the shelf so that when we have placement on the store, so I'm gonna have to run a couple surveys. You don't have to come with the formula. You don't have to get it approved by the FDA. You don't have to do any of those things. You don't have to put together the back-end technology that allows you to run the company, that allows you to run the website. You don't have to come up with the search engines and the other things in the back end, the IT stuff that allows you to do the data, the analytics, all the other stuff about what's moving through your business. You don't have to create any of that stuff. All of that stuff is created there for you. The opportunity becomes whether or not you're willing to go to work, whether or not the things that you have been saying out of your mouth that have been preventing you from being a success in life, whether or not you're willing to say that those were actually the things and it wasn't just the fact that I was lazy, right? So what it means here is that you have a chance to get to work, start at zero, and build something with no barrier. The only barrier is your sweat equity and your ability to go out and keep going and keep going and keep going and not care if someone tells you no. But here's a tip, okay? Since we're having a mentorship moment, it doesn't matter what business you start. Me and my boy Quattro X-Ray, who I just did a post today, I'm proud of him, man, super proud of his growth. But we used to own a bodyguard company, an executive protection company. You don't even want to know the cost of what it takes to put that together, okay? And we were bootstrapping it, okay? But here's the thing. Do you know how many different artists we had to pick up the phone and call their management, call them individually? We called and called and called and called just to be able to pick up a client, just to get a client. Occasionally we got a referral. But most of the time, it was us taking no after no after no after no to pursue our goal of building our company. What's different than that than what we do here? See, whatever business you have to bring in customers. And there's going to be some people who don't want your product or service, no matter how good it is or how good you present it. That's every single business on earth. But most businesses on earth come with a barrier that does not allow you to enter. I want you to think about that. I just spoke him into existence. I just mentioned his name, Quattro X-Ray, and all of a sudden he just joined on, right? I just spoke him into existence. Most businesses come with a barrier of entry. Network marketing doesn't. Under $300? Under $300, bro? Nothing on the application that says that you can't have a record, that says that you have to have a degree, that says that you have to have, none of that stuff. Here's the other thing. You know why most businesses fail, besides lack of capital? Is that we're coming from communities where we don't have business owners. And so that most people, what they're doing is they're going out, flying by the seat of their pants, so to speak, trying to figure it out. You know what also comes with network marketing? Mentorship. People who have already gone before you and done what you want to do, who already created the kind of lifestyle that you want to create, have already created the kind of impact that you want to create, right? And so the mentorship aspect is there. And here's the powerful thing about the mentorship. And I'm probably gonna have to do a live on this alone because I've already gone over my time, or just about my time, and I want to keep these short. But here's the thing. The mentorship comes with a vested interest. It comes with a vested interest. Here's what that means. Here's why this is so powerful, okay? Here's what it is. It means that your mentor works for you, not the other way around. See, your mentor in your business, commonly referred to as your upline, cannot make a dime until they help you make a dollar. Now, if that's the case, and they're concerned and they're building for their legacy and they're building for their family. And in order for them to build what it is, they have to help you get what you want first. Do you think that they're going to give you good advice, sound advice, the best advice that they know, the best practices, the best experiences that they've had? Or do you think they're going to give you some BS off the top of their head? Some stuff that you go to your neighbors for when you ask them to evaluate, hey, listen, I'm thinking about getting involved in this company. What do you think? They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. They have no vested interest. Your neighbor, your friends, your uncle, your cousin, they have no vested interest whether or not you succeed or not. But the person who came to you and their upline, that mentorship that they're trying to get you involved in, they can't succeed unless they help you succeed first. Folks, skepticism will keep you in poverty. Skepticism will keep you in poverty. You know, I just got off a call with Wanda Webb, my mentor, and what she just was talking, and you know what I did? I invited her. I met a young lady, a strong, powerful young sister, and I said, I need to connect the two of you. I need to connect you to my mentor. See, the law of the lid, but my lid is open. See, I didn't block her. I didn't say I have to teach her everything. I have to give her all the information. She has to come straight to me. No, what I did was I passed her to the person that I'm learning through. I passed her to my mentor so that she could get mentorship directly and it doesn't have to come through me. And so what happens is I passed her on the call today. She said, I've been on my wealth journey for 12 years. 12 years. I have made millions in network marketing. I want you to understand this. Network marketing and all the other investments that she has, her and her husband, Randy. And she said, if you had to take all of my possessions today, but you can give me the 12, I got to keep the 12 accumulated years of knowledge, I would do it every time. Folks, because once you get the mentorship, once you learn how to do it, once you understand that you know exactly what the process is, you can do it over and over and over again. And what your most successful upline has done is they ran through every challenge. They built a business, and then the business fell apart. They rebuilt it again. They have learned over and over and over again what to do and what not to do. The reason why you want to join this industry is because you have access to that experience along with no barriers of entry. All you have to do is work your ass off, just like you have to do for every other business in the world. All you have to do is work your ass off. But the difference here is the capital outlay, the overhead, the expenses, the fixed operating costs, all of that stuff is removed. And the result is when you win, all you receive is capital. What you do with that capital allows you to be powerful, profitable, impactful. This thing is the solution for the common person who has an uncommon dream to change their life. And that's why it's so powerful, folks. This right here has been the Mentorship Moment, episode 3. I hope you guys got some value. If you did, please feel free to share it around. And listen, man, I hope you guys have a great day. We're actually got another thing going on Facebook today at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I'll actually be talking about the platform that I use within this industry, why it's so powerful and why it's straight up put together at the right time, the right place, the right environment. And then later on tonight, we're going to be back again on Instagram, and I'm going to have my man Building Generational Wealth himself, Mr. Jiz Clerk Morset, and we're actually going to be talking to you again about Forex and why it is such a powerful vehicle. So, folks, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for your time.